Yeah, you know, I was listening to NPR yesterday, and I think it was yesterday, and they were just talking about God, everything, it's just like, it just blows my mind. Everything is about the science of meditation now, and the science of like the physiology of how we can become a little bit more mindful, of being more healthy and less stressed. I just taught you one way. Let's do it again. How often do you mindfully breathe? You don't. You probably breathe like this, and then when you get stressed out, you breathe like more like that, or like this, right? Or like that, or many combinations thereof. Yes, or like that, whatever it could be. I was gonna do that, but I thought there might be teenagers here. But
what?
But actually, that's a perfect segue. That's a perfect segue. People. I wasn't sure what I was going to lecture about today, but I think I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Why does it feel good to get laid?
Why or when?
No, why? Why?
You're happy to release.
Just one, Linda. Just give us one. Somebody having a really good time. So yes, you're happy. So your serotonin levels. Yes. What else?
Makes you feel wanted.
Desired, yes. What else? Come on, people. Why is the back? Are you guys not getting laid in the back? Yeah, we are. What? Connection, yes, this is correct. What else?
Release.
Release, oh, that's a good word. Yes, letting go of control, surrender. What else?
Passion.
What? Passion, yes. Actually, passion comes from the root word suffering. It really does. Actually, I've lectured about that. Not that kind of S&M suffering. That's another lesson. What else? You had your hand up.
You're just not thinking.
You're not, oh my God, that's so good. Out of your left brain, into your right. That's totally it. Okay, wait, actually let me read just 10 of these, and then we'll circle back why I'm talking about this. Less stress, this is what science has shown. Less stress boosts immunity, burns calories, heart health, it increases or improves self-esteem, creates deeper intimacy, it's sometimes known to turn down pain, depending on what kind of recreational activities you're engaged in. For the ladies, it promotes stronger pelvic floor muscles. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. But better sleep, and for the men, prostate health. So it's equitable for the men and women. Okay, so people. Why am I talking about this? Listen, you have to give, because that's how we roll here, because really, you know what, actually, I'm going to segue really quickly. I watched this movie, have you seen this documentary called Casting By? It's basically about, you know, the history of how casting directors came about in our business. And it focuses on one casting director specifically, Marion Doherty, who really basically, all the great actors that you know about, in some way, she kind of had a hand in discovering them. Not all of them, but many of them. From the 70s on up. From Meryl Streep to Robert De Niro to Dustin Hoffman to Christopher Walken. To, I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. And maybe I'll lecture more about that next week, but the thing that I found so interesting about what she was saying, which is the thing that we keep coming back to and realizing, and you have to keep driving harder, get to the through line of it, is it's all about the individual. Means it's all about you. That's all we want to see. The thing about talent is everybody has talent. Talent is letting the thing that's unique and special and weird and effed up and messy and beautiful and scared and human about you to shine. Not the way you think the people want it to shine, the way you just uniquely do it your way. That's totally it. So now how did I get on that segue? I've totally forgotten now. Sex, but that was not a good segue. But anyway. So, okay, I don't remember, but oh, because I was talking about this is how we roll here. Oh, how we roll is, here's the thing, is it's not really about the acting things we think it is. In fact, she even talked about this in this documentary. She said sometimes people would come in, very famous actors, they would reference them and they would show clips of them, and she said they were terrible. But she said she could see something really interesting about the person. And it didn't matter that they crashed and burned. It didn't matter that they didn't have it all together. It didn't matter that they, you know, they wouldn't get a call back. It just didn't matter. To me, you guys, that's part of the goal we're always striving harder to reach, which is, why are you holding yourself back from letting all of it just be hanging out? It's just like life. People are going to get it. And those that don't get it, they're never going to get it anyway. So don't spend any more time trying to convince them to get it. Here's the thing. You have to give yourself a spiritual lay every day. You do. How long does it take for women to orgasm? Well, I'll just give you the general. I don't know this. Okay, how long does it?
Average is 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, perfect. How long does it take for men?
10 seconds.
Okay, so here's your homework. Here is your homework. But I think we have to cut the women's down. 2 minutes is too long here for this homework. What I mean by giving yourself, you guys, what I mean by giving yourself a spiritual A, why I asked you, what are those things that you feel when you're connected? Because it's bigger than a sexual act. The things that we're always going for, which is you feel alive. Your self-esteem and your confidence has risen. You feel expressed. You feel joyful. It's joy. You create. You're not worried about the end results. You don't have performance anxiety. Generally. Do you know what I mean? This is what you have to start doing for yourself. Actually, you have to start doing it for yourself, again, here, in the left brain. When things don't go your way, when things fall apart, when a casting director says no, no callback, when an agent dumps you, when your boyfriend doesn't call you back, when your parents say we're cutting you off from the rest of the money of your trust fund, when things don't go your way, when somebody cuts you off in traffic, when they don't heat your latte to 120 degrees like you always want it, when people don't return your call and you've been waiting for them to return your call, when things don't go your way, you've got to spin a new story. You must. So here's the homework. If you can spin a new story, you then get connected to your own lay. That's it. You find a way of, what can I find that's joyful about this experience now, even though it's not going my way? Because inherently, there is always joy in it. If you look, if you're willing to look. You know, something I tweeted about, stop complaining, start complimenting. If you just did that, stop complaining and start complimenting, things would start to lift. Clouds would separate. You'd get insight and clarity. You'd get a way in. Go in there. That's where you got to go. Okay, so here's the homework. So, guys, you have 10 seconds, and women, you have 30 seconds. That is good luck trying to do this. When something happens that's upsetting to you, your latte, and I'm not talking about, listen, you always know, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about big, tumultuous, tragic events, life things happening. I'm talking about little things that you get so turned upside down about that are inconsequential. They're just habituated. When it happens this week, when it happens tonight, when I give you feedback and it triggers you, you don't know what you're saying, whatever you're thinking. You only have 10 seconds to complain about it, bemoan it, beat yourself up about it, feel sorry for yourself. That's a good one. Being a victim about it, complaining. You only have 10 seconds to work through that toxicity. Women, you have 30 seconds. You can call up your friend and say, I have 10 seconds right now to tell you how much I hate that Starbucks on the corner, or how much my boyfriend is pissing me off. But I only have 10 seconds, so time me, and then after those 10 seconds, you have to get on another subject. Can you try it? Good luck. You're gonna see how many minutes you burn talking about things that are inconsequential. Try it. I'll end with this. You guys, yes, they may be, at some level, are talking about them, they may be validating. They may be, you may be correct in actually saying them, meaning your point of view may be correct. Your experience of it, although it's subjective, you know, it may be a truthful account of what happened. But it comes back to the very Buddhist teaching. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Who cares? Who cares if you're right? Who cares? You got to get off of that train. Get on the happy train. Get off that train. Get on the happy train. Get off the complaining train. Get on the happy train. Get off the victim train. Get on the happy train. You just got to keep doing it. Just changing it that much. All right. Yes, more Oxycontin in your life. That's the love hormone. You got to give it to yourself. You got to give yourself more of your own love hormone. You do. You have to give it. Oxytocin. Oh, oxytocin. Wait, oxy. How do you pronounce that?
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin. Give yourself more of the love, self-love hormone. Okay. All right.